As you guys already know, when I go to Hawaii, I usually stay at the Hilton Hawaiian Village or one of the other Hilton properties. Hilton Hawaiian Village is a great place because it is an actual resort in the heart of Waikiki. It's right in the city and it's a resort. That's pretty cool. It's the best of both worlds. But you guys already know that. In this particular video, we're going to look at something very special about the beach at Hilton Hawaiian Village. In addition to being one of the widest strips of sand on Waikiki, now that really isn't saying much because there's some places, I walked the entire Waikiki beach several months ago, and maybe I'll post that video. It didn't come out as good as it could have because it was kind of bouncy because, you know, I was walking down the beach. But on Waikiki, there's some good stretches of sand, and then there's some places where you have 4 or 5 feet of sand between a little seawall and then the hotel balcony and then the ocean. I think one of the best things Waikiki could do would be to install a boardwalk, not something big and fancy, but a boardwalk to walk the entire length of Waikiki Beach. That way, if you're staying in one hotel, you could easily walk down to a restaurant or something, or a bar in another hotel. Now, down by Hilton Hawaiian Village, you do have that walkway, but remember, the beach there is wide, but in other places in Waikiki, as I said, the beach is very narrow, and in some places, almost non-existent. Now, something you may or may not already know is Hawaii has a homeless problem, a tremendous homeless problem. It's been all over the news. It's been getting worse and worse. Even right there at Waikiki, you will get some homeless people, but it's usually just in the neighborhoods outside of Waikiki and in other neighborhoods in Honolulu. In addition to the local homeless population, you have people who come from the mainland, scrape up some money for a ticket, show up in Hawaii, have nowhere to go, and then become homeless and clog up the limited shelter space and the services they have there for the homeless that are already there. It's horrible. And very recently, it's been in the news how in Honolulu they're clearing out homeless camps, trying to get people in shelters or send them back to the mainland if they don't belong there. And what I mean by don't belong there is if you come from the mainland, you have no money and you just scrape up $200 for an airline ticket, you show up with no job, nowhere to live, and no money, and think you're going to live homeless and be supported by the, So they have a bad homeless problem. Because, you know, it's warm there, you don't need a house, you can just live outside in the bushes. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of homeless in Honolulu. And I've known this, but there was another problem I didn't know about until I got up early one morning. If you get up early in the morning and go out to the beach, you will see homeless people sleeping on the beach. You can be sitting there on the edge of the beach as the sun's coming up and see 10, 12, 13, 14, 20 different people in various spots just sleeping on the beach. And I don't mean camping, and I don't necessarily mean people who just are on vacation, didn't want to get a hotel. There are homeless people, shopping cart and all, out on the sand. But on the beach in front of Hilton Hawaiian Village, you don't get homeless people sleeping there. At the edge of the beach at Hilton Hawaiian Village, on one side it heads to, you have the lagoon, and then you have the port, and then on the other side, you have the walkway which goes out to Port Hilton, where the boats come. And they're tour boats, they're not big boats, we're not talking cruise ships, where the tour boats come. And I need to do one of those tours. I never do. I need to next time. Anyways, I wondered, man, why is it I will see homeless people sleeping on the other side of that walkway on the beach, but not on the Hilton Hawaiian Village side? Well, one morning when I was staying in Tapa Tower, which had a really good ocean view, you could look out over the resort and the ocean. But I woke up early and I was staying in Tapa Tower. It was 4 a.m. and I go out on the balcony and it's nice. Oh, it's a nice breeze, but it's nice and warm. It was just great. Especially since it was the middle of winter back home with 2 feet of snow. So I'm looking out there at the beach and I see something moving around there. Oh, there's the answer. And it's also the answer to why the beaches are so nicely groomed there at Hilton Hawaiian Village. In the mornings, way before the sun comes up, way before most person ever goes out to the beach, they have a tractor with a groomer out there grooming the beach. They pick up the trash, they groom the beach, so in the morning the sand is nice and smooth and wonderful, and that's the thing, you want to walk out there on the sand and put the first footprints out there. But the homeless people know not to sleep on that beach or they'll get run over by the tractor or sucked up into the groomer. So it does a couple things. One, it makes the beach look amazing. It cleans the trash out of it. It scoops that stuff out of there. The beach looks good. And then the homeless people won't sleep there because they don't want to get run over. That is amazing. Plus, like I said, the biggest strip of sand on Waikiki. But that's not really saying that much because those beaches there are not known for being all that big. So I'd seen the groomer several times. I decided I'm going to film it. So it was kind of hard to film at first. You see how dark it is. But as the sun comes up, and you can say, wow. They groom the whole thing around the lagoon and everything. It's really cool. It's just one more neat little feature of staying at Hilton Hawaiian Village.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.